Pandas, 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 pandas. I got broads in Atlanta, twisted dope, lean, and a Fanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Good morning, welcome, welcome. We just my OBS is acting a little wonky, going in and out, in and out. Sorry about that. Day trading. Good morning, John Amos. Good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Drop a GM in the chat as well. Hugh. Good morning. Good morning, Panda. I took the Big Mama after the FOMC yesterday. Whoo boy. I hope you guys were paying attention. Hugh was. And because of that, he was able to capitalize on the fact that we had Big Mama trade yesterday. And we were able to make a nice profit there if you're able to take it. Big Mama right there. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Big Mama. Congratulations. Hope you were either able to pass some evals or make some good profits on your PA accounts. Good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome. Day trading Tanner. Big Mama trade breaking the December high. Maybe. Maybe. I think that's a clear target, though. I have it already marked here as a blue line. If you guys see in a daily chart, the previous pivot high was right here on this blue line, you see? And we have a break of trend, making a new high. And the obvious target is we're going to try to break above this blue line today. And I have the blue line marked on my 2000 tick. And I'm waiting for a certain particular setup right now. I would love, maybe even a second entry long at this point would be enough. So we'll see, we'll see. I'll love it. I'll love that.
10,000 tick trap.
But when we make this high, we could find some resistance. So it could be a little tricky. Could be a little tricky. It feels like more like resistance, right? The previous pivot high. And we could bounce off of it. So I don't know if I would take a Big Mama trade there. But it is a setup on the daily chart that we see on the smaller time frames. And setups on a daily chart often easily make 2 points. So, I mean, yeah. I hope that makes sense. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Hugh snagged a scalp and then left the runner. That is amazing. Because your runner probably, if you managed it in a certain way, you could have held it all day, pretty much. Amazing. I hope you're able to capitalize on that like crazy. Bernadette, good morning. Carl, good morning. From Asheville. Okay, let's go, baby. Speedy Boy, good morning. Maria G, good morning. Josh H. Literally found this channel yesterday. Checked out the two-legged pullback indicator free edition and have been banking. Amazing. How do I get in touch if I have a question or two about it? You can contact support at twoleggedpullback.com if you have questions about the indicator. If you have questions to me, you can just chat. Pro Airs, good morning. B. Charles, top of the morning, good morning. Travis, Latrell. Pablo, good morning. Richard Harris, Grant Singh, good morning. Zacharias, FZN, good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. It's a Thursday. We have a clear target that we're trying to reach, this blue line. And if we get a setup to it, I probably will be tempted to take it. Second entry long at this point will be fine. It's a wonky looking one at this point, but it will be second entry long. Coming into chop, which is unfortunate. It'd be nice if we're at the bottom of this trading range that's been just created right now. If we can get a setup at the bottom of this trading range as a second entry long with a nice signal bar, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. That's what I would look for. Or higher low second entry long would be nice as well, but right now we're getting no setups. Getting a micro double bottom, that's it. And we have a clear target here, which is the previous pivot high on the daily chart. Again, this is the huge pivot that we need to break. And it looks like we're gonna go straight through it. Maybe fill this gap. But you know, we can have a nice bull trend. Yesterday, FOMC caused a huge bar. And like I mentioned, it's one of those accounts. It's one of those bars. It's one of those news items. One of those announcements that once it comes out, you can literally pass almost any account in one bar. It's like a 50-50 chance, but you can pretty much pass any. You can basically get money on any account. So just one of those. One of those. One of those days. One of those trades. What do I mean by that? FOMC day. This bar here created by FOMC announcement. 12, 13 plus points. If you did max contracts on the 50K account, you just need 6 points to pass. Well, you need like 6, let's just say like 6.25, right? Because you need cover commissions. And for the, let's say the 300K account, max contracts, right? 35 contracts, you need about 11.5 points to pass. So when you have a bar that's 13 points large, you can literally pass your account in one trade. It's that easy. Josh H. This setup is, yes, tick charts. Also, you can use 5-minute chart if you want. You can use any chart actually. And also, it does work on NQ, works on any instrument. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kevin Mack, good morning. Rima, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Fill out that poll. Market's about to open live. You guys think it's going to be bull trend day today? We'll see. Oh, we got a second entry long here. Oh, man, it's right at the top. And, oh, man, that is looking quite choppy here. See if we can get touched off the 20 MA. I may be tempted here to take this. The risk is small. The risk is small here. It's going to go without me, huh? I have so much FOMO right now. But the setup, it's not that pretty, right? It's in a lot of chop. Right at the market open. And it looks like it's going to go without me. I might have missed it, unfortunately. Darn, darn, darn. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I could take a trap trade here. Trap trade to the long side. Probably a better setup than this one, right? Because you kind of have a trading range forming. Retesting that 20 MA. Retesting that 20 MA here. Getting really choppy. A lot of overlapping bars. Marker double top. Okay, it does scalp out for you already. But it looks a little weird. Looks a little weird right now. Looks a little weird. Trap trade. Man, oh man. Do I want to take this trap trade? Clear target. Can't get married to a premise. And yeah, so now we're skipping it. Big push down. My next setup will be a bounce off of the previous day's high. And then get a fail second entry short. That'd be beautiful. If we can get this setup, I would take this probably 10 out of 10 times. Let's see if we get it though. See if the market's generous enough to give us such a beautiful setup. Coming down. Previous day's high. Here we go. Let's use it as support. That'd be nice. It's a natural support resistance level. The previous day's high and low. Whew. Harjet says too risky, you'll get stopped out there. I mean, it's an eval, and it is risky. It's about 50-50. But I'm saying, if you wanted to just pass it, you have a 50-50 chance on those kind of news announcements. Now, Josh H, I just passed my eval. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Josh H, making some huge strides. Just learned about the 2-leg pullback and passes eval. Now, I'll recommend do not trade anymore on the eval. I would highly recommend just trade micros. Just trade micros. And when I say trade micros, I mean literally just go in and out until you reach your 7 days. Ooh, okay, we're not even getting that retest of the previous day's high, unfortunately. You know, that's what I would like. I would feel very confident. Instead, we're getting a double bottom and now trading range, higher low, second entry long here. Interesting. Technically, we should look for a new low at this point. Technically, we should look for a new low. Okay. Okay. It's getting pretty sideways, going in and out of 20 MA. Kind of hard to pick a direction here at this point. But for me, I'm married to this premise right now, and I hate it. I am quite married to it. I really feel like we're going to hit this blue line here. Again, this blue line is a daily previous pivot high. Right, when you break a trend to new high, that's what we're looking for. And we're going to break above this blue line here. And that's what this blue line is. I just mapped it. Ooh, almost retested it here. The previous day's high. Didn't quite get there, but got close. Strong push down to it. A lot of buyers are waiting down here to come back in, and the sellers want to bring it down to this area. Ooh, got 3 attempts up here. 1, 2, 3. What to do? I think I'm gonna wait for my setup, pandas. I want to bounce off of here, but look at what I mentioned, right? Technically, we're waiting for that break of trend to new low, and we got that new low. So now we're finished this cycle, and now we want to go up. But if I really want to be patient, I could actually wait for bouncing off the support here. But if we get a setup to go long at this point, it's not a good setup, right? It's a terrible signal bar, right? The 20 EMA, we're just going in and out of it. Very difficult to trade here, in my opinion. Even though I have a strong feeling we're going to come up and just blast off into this area, I got to wait for my setup. And I may take a failed second entry short here. I may take it. If I'm very patient, I will actually wait to retest the previous day's high. But right now we're at it. This is just so choppy. I would be definitely doing a FOMO trade if I went long here. Definitely a FOMO trade if I went long. It's a terrible setup, terrible looking congestion here. All I have right now is a strong premise that we're going to come up here to test this price point. And that's really what's making me want to take any long trade here. But to be honest, I should wait for my setup. I should wait for it. What's my setup right now? Bouncing off this previous high, and then waiting for a nice failed second entry short. That's my setup. We had like a weak attempt at what I just mentioned here, right? Attempt to touch this high, and almost made a failed second entry short. We're at the bottom of a trading range currently now, but 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts up. We could push down further actually. Just sitting on my pause here. I would like at least a higher low setup at this point. It's a little choppy for me, a little bit sideways, and in a sense we still haven't really tested this support area, which we may test it now. We're dripping down to it. Okay, coming back to it. Let me see a nice bounce off of it. Let me see a nice bounce off the previous candle's high. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Ooh, it's not that. Now it's not really acting as support now, is it? Just breaking right through it. If we reverse here, let's see what happens. I mean, I would still take this. I would still take a failed second entry short here. I think that's a beautiful setup if we can get it still. Let's see if we get it, pandas. Higher time frame, 10,000 tick chart. We are right on the 20 EMA, creating a second entry long. A, B, C, creating a second entry long. Let's see if we get this set up on the smaller time frame though. Fail second entry short is what I'm looking for. It's like one of those dream setups. I may even go with double position. I may swing this one. I may take a nice trade off here. Who knows? Who knows? If we get a setup like this, fail second entry short in this area, that'd be nice. Very nice. Could even look like this. It always works better though if you are like your second entry short is a bad setup. Right? Like it triggers above the 20 MA. You know, this is usually a higher probability. Interesting. Okay. Just hanging out here. Outside bar reversal. It's a higher low setup. People got trapped there, looks like. Interesting. That moves so quick. These two candles. We might get our setup actually, Panis. It's a little sketchy though. I don't know about that. Outside bar reversal. I'm gonna reload historical real quick. I don't want to have FOMO here, but this is making me want to have FOMO. It makes it feel like it's creating a base underneath the 20 MA, so I might want one more push down here. Very strange. But here's a second inch of short forming here. It's going to freeze a little bit because of reloading historical. Ooh, maybe not a good time to reload it. Second entry long does trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. Give me a failed second entry short here, pandas. If we get a failed second short here, I will be taking this. Man, I may go heavy on it too. It just seems like such a good setup. A failed second entry short in this area. Even with the outside bar reverse, I'll take it. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I'm going double position here, pandas. Woo! We got our setup. Failed second entry short and bouncing off the previous day's high. And we are in a double position and it looks terrible. It's bouncing away. It's not what we want to see. Okay, okay. Okay, triggered. Let's go, baby. Let's scalp out here on the main position. Come on. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Stop tickling me. Come to Papa. It's just tickling. It's just tickling my order. It's just tick. Oh, let's go, baby. We got a runner. I mean, how long ago was I calling that setup? I was like, if this setup happens, I'm going to go heavy. Lo and behold, we were heavy. We're up 300. Let's go, baby. Our runner got killed. No join the runner. Also, 10,000 tick chart. Second entry long. You know, you could have been taking the second entry long here on the 10,000 tick. Beautiful. I mean, how... You know, I love it when you call it, and it works exactly how you called it. Right? Like I mentioned, if I just got a failed second entry short here, which is exactly what I was looking for, coming off the previous day's high, right? Acting as a natural support resistance. Man, what a trade. I mean, it was choreographed from the very beginning. You know, and we probably can get more from this because the price target is way up here. So I'm still looking for a long trade. Let's go, baby. Hey, too much going on. Too many good things for that trade. And I took it with the outside bar reversal because I was so confident in it. You know, I don't like outside bar reversals, but if I really like the setup, I'll take it. And this is one of those instances. I took it with a double position too, which was nice. What a setup. I mean, when you can choreograph it from like that from the very beginning to end, it's one of the greatest feelings. Let's go, baby. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I'm going over your chat. Sorry, when I'm like focused on the charts, it's hard for me to read chat.
10,000 tick trap.
Joss H. I'm already day 8. Nice, nice, nice. So NQ is 2,000 tick still the best? No, it's way too volatile. If you want to trade NQ, you need to go, I think, at least twice as high. I would say 5,000 tick is probably more comfortable. JLB asks, how long did they usually accept pending payouts? I'm not sure what that means. I think it's from the 5th. 1st to the 5th. Oh, you're asking how long it takes for the payout to come? Yeah, I think they say about 5 days. But I think they take it out of deal. They should transfer your funds to deal much quicker than that. 10,000 tick chart ended up being a trap on 10,000 tick. Very interesting. In a very interesting spot too. I mean, I think this trap fails. The main reason being is because this is such a clear price target, pandas. Like, you want to break this. We want to get above it. And it really feels like we're going to try. We're going to try. Joss H says, got caught quick on that reverse, couldn't get fast enough. Honestly, Josh H, I hope you're not trading your past eval because I'm just hoping you're not trading your past eval because there's no reason to risk it. I mean, you want to just secure that PA account. I just don't want you to regret anything. All right, good. Yeah, I'm just looking out for you, man. Looking out for you. We are reversing on the 10,000 tick chart. Interesting. Very interesting. I really look at this. I mean, FOMC day. This is what happens at FOMC. You know, when you see when you saw this bull bar like this, you're just always in long. You're not looking for any short setups the entire way up. Eee. Peter Cho, Rainbow Panda. Wow, made my bamboo already. Been a rough couple days, so happy to be green. Let's go, baby. Yep. Hopefully that's bamboo on PA accounts. Interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna get married to this premise. I only will take trades if it makes sense, but this is a clear price target for me that I think we're gonna try to hit. Don't know how. It doesn't look very. It looks very bearish right now, but just sooner or later I do feel like we're gonna hit this. 6 PAs, 4 eval. Let's go, baby. Hey, congratulations, man. Toro Tilda started day up 200, already getting chopped. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, I mean it's not the prettiest price action right now. Like all of this was nonsensical to me. Until we got the bounce off the support here, I felt like a decent trade coming up. We're able to scalp out, just scalp out. That's it. Jaden says, I was able to get back with Apex after they stopped supporting South Africa, but now I'm back with Apex. I'm a happy boy. Now, hey, Jaden, that's good news. I wonder if they loosened up the requirements in terms of the blacklisted countries. Because I know a couple people from Morocco. Does anyone know Morocco is open now? Let me check. Because that's awesome news, you know, honestly. Because that was really unfortunate that other people could not. Can traders from any country participate? Man, this list is large. Yeah, Morocco's still on there. South Africa is still on here, but it was not updated. So I don't know, Jaden Saints. Let me know. Like, did you talk to them specifically and they just opened it up for you? Look at this move up, pandas. Look at this move up. We're going to the target. I wish I had a setup though. I wish I had a setup to it. Don't have a setup, unfortunately. Maybe a high or low setup if I'm really eager. Let's stay smart though, pandas. Let's stick to the plan. Like, I want a two-legged pullback here, and I'm looking for a second entry long. That's it. Simple as that. You know, this is as simple as it gets. Second entry long off the 20 MA. That would be the setup I'm looking for at this point. And we're looking to get this target here. Strong push up above the 20 MA now. And Dashi said there's a wedge on 10,000 tick. Yep. If you want to trade wedges, that is it. 3 pushes down, right? Higher low setup here. Looks like it's not going to give us our setup. Looks like it's going to probably break, make a new high here, break the previous pivot high. Sorry, pandas. This is kind of wild right now outside. a little bit wild outside right now. Sorry about that. Just let it pass. Sorry about that, pandas. Second entry long forming here. It's kind of what I was looking for. It's a little bit choppy, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh, it's a bad signal bar now. You cannot trade off this signal bar. Maybe we can trade off the next one. This makes it so I can actually use this as a point where I can anchor my entry in. So the moment this candle finishes, this is going to move down to the proper spot. It's quite a large risk here. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. But it's a second entry long. In an uptrend here. Looking for that uptrend. Signal bar is looking ugly. Darn. Okay. Maybe we can get a good signal bar here. Right, the signal bar looks like this. Terrible. Okay, I'm going to cancel this order because it's not working out how I want it to work out now. In fact, the trading range indicator is giving us a trading range here, going from top to the bottom of it. If anything, this is a bit confusing now at this point. I saw this super strong push up. I'm thinking for certain we're gonna come and hit this high now. We're like just 5-6 points away, and it just feels such a high probability we're gonna come up here. I'm looking for a long setup to it now, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. You know, I gotta wait, definitely wait for the setup. Like I was willing to take the second entry long here, but It's so sideways. I mean, maybe with a higher low setup, I might go long here. Making lower lows, lower highs. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's draw this channel. No setups from me whatsoever. Goodness gracious. What to do? Middle of a trading range. 20 EMA going in and out of it. You have a strong premise. What do you do here, pandas? Don't get ahead of yourself. You trade a price action what's in front of you. Don't trade what you want to trade, what you want to see. Trade what you do see. Right now what we're getting is just choppiness coming in and out of 20 EMA. And that's all we're getting right now. I don't have much. The 5-minute chart, there is a gap on the 5-minute chart where we may want to fill this gap. Who knows though? At least touch a 20 EMA sometime. The daily chart, we're just so close to hitting that. You're just thinking like you're 5 points away. At a certain point, less than 4 points away here. You're really thinking you're going to break through the previous major pivot high. You're just so close to it. And you're just almost looking for any type of setup, but don't want to get ahead of myself. Gotta pay attention to the fact that we are going in and out of 20 MA right now. We're in a trading range, right in the middle of it. Anthony Lawson, it used to be 10 days, but they shortened it to 7 days. So if you pass it in 7 days, you actually should get it the next day. Josh H. I changed some of the default settings. The default setting is set to 1 for the scalp. I scalp 2 points now. So if you change the setting to a 2, which means, you know, it's a point for how big you want a scalp to be, then that should change. Looking for a breakout above 41.75. Makes sense. That makes sense. Richard Harris has the right idea. Just sitting on his paws, drinking his Rockstar. Do they have bamboo flavor, Rockstar? Should I get sponsored by some sort of energy drink like the gamers do? What's the one that they all drink? Like Prime or something? It's always like in the background. 4 Locos. I don't think that's it, but sounds interesting. Hansman Panda died. Did I take the Big Mom Mystery? I did. And sitting on some G Fuel. That's right, G Fuel. Savitar knows what's up. Always, every streamer has G Fuel in the background, just cans and cans stacked. I should get sponsored by Bland's. Pandas. I'm not gonna say I'm an influencer, but I just want to know. Did any of you guys go out and buy whiskey after I mentioned it on stream? Did any of you guys actually buy whiskey? Any of the whiskeys I've mentioned, Blanton's, Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, some of the simple ones, even Yamazaki, Redbreast, Big Mama, brought to you by Blanton's. Did any of you guys ever buy any? I'm not saying I'm an influencer, but just in case, has it ever happened? Seems like some of you guys were I'm not saying I'm an influencer, but I possibly had moments of influence. What is this, Panos? What's going on here? I mean, could we just see this as a break of trend to new low at this point? You know, are we looking for a long trade? It's a bit confusing. I think the market is just teasing me because it knows. It knows. Everyone knows it wants to come up here to this blue line. Everybody knows it, but the market's saying, nope, not yet. We're gonna trick you as many times as possible, and trying to bust all your accounts before actually making this move up. That's what the market is saying right now. Maybe it bounce off the 240 SMA before we get it. The 5-minute chart, we need to come to the 20 EMA sooner or later. Either 20 EMA rises up or we come down to it. We will touch it sometime today. 99.999% chance of that happening. 10,000 tick chart looks very choppy, but we're beneath the 20 EMA now. But going in and out of 20 EMA, so that pattern may continue, as it may come back above the 20 EMA again, going through it, in and out. Hugh, I love red breasts too. Wait, what? I don't know why the breasts that you love are red, but hopefully it's a drink. My husband loves red breasts. That's so funny that Michelle will be saying that. Oh man, I need to repent. I need to repent. My dad has those, but I can't handle the taste. Red breast is good. It's a bit on the more expensive side, but it's an easy drink. It's it's pretty smooth, and yeah, it's kind of like a staple for me at this point. It's pretty nice. Okay, we are pushing down, touching the 240 SMA. Hey, do appreciate it. Maybe I should get sponsored. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I don't know. Thanks for participating. That was fun for me. Hopefully fun for you guys too. We got 4 pushes down, coming off the 240 SMA here. But is it enough? What to do? What are we doing here? What are we waiting for? Man, this looks confusing. That H4, nice push up. I'll take a trap trade here, I guess. Man, this is confusing though. It is pretty confusing. Don't know what to do. Nasir says Panda whiskey is haram. Is it? Is it? Why? Why? Why is it haram? Is it like a? I'm assuming you're Middle Eastern. Do Middle Eastern people not drink, alcohol? They're missing out on great things in life. I would say whiskey is not haram, at least in the biblical perspective. It's not sinful, but getting drunk is. Being addicted to it, if it becomes, if you have any God, other than the one and true living God, as in any false idols that you worship in your heart, including something like whiskey, yeah, even including money, right? All these things are, if you were to translate it in a Muslim term, could be haram. But, Christians would just keep the word as sinful. Yeah, you gotta always remember when you trade. When that FOMO starts to kick in, you gotta remember, hey, money is not your God. Money is a tool. Money serves you. You don't serve money. Don't ever forget that, pandas. Money serves you. You don't serve money. But this market's about to serve me. Jeez, I don't know what to do here. Second entry long? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Here we go. What is going on? Hidden second entry long here. hidden second entry long. Getting a bit choppy at this point as well. And how many times have I entered trades and chop like this and gotten stopped out because of situations like this? How many times has that happened to me, even on stream? But it looks like a bull flag. Like if I were to like just forget everything I know about two-legged pullbacks, whatever, this looks like a bull flag. And actually, we do have a hidden second entry long here. A, B, C. Oh, we may get a technical second entry long, which would be better. But currently, it's a hidden second entry long. If we break this previous candle's high, that second entry long will trigger, and I'm gonna miss it because I don't trade hidden second entries. Yep, I'm gonna miss this move, unfortunately. Didn't create the setup I wanted. It created a hidden second entry long here, unfortunately. Darn. Yusuf says, because we pray and whiskey get the brain loss. Okay, I see. So, because it affects your head. Yeah, don't get drunk. Don't get drunk. A little buzz. Maybe a little teeny buzz. But getting drunk, of course, that's no bueno. Wow. Okay, I thought we were going long. Good thing I didn't take that long trade, pandas, because that would have stopped you out. Congratulations to me for not losing money there. The younger panda might have taken that trade, being super aggressive. A little bit older, a little bit wiser panda today skipped that trade. A little wiser just means that I just made more mistakes. I've made more mistakes now than I've ever done before. So I'm just a little bit wiser not to take that trade. 240 SMA holding up right now. Good morning, pandas. Hey, scalp that like button if you can. It helps me out a lot, and especially if you enjoy if you watch, because you're not lying if you like it, if you like what you're watching, and you scalp that like button, you're not lying. You're not lying. Jaden Saints becoming a panda. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Enjoy your green name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy your panda emoticons and enjoy access to the pre-market show. Let's give Jaden Saints a nice warm panda welcome. He's been following for a long time, so I do appreciate it. You guess. Johnny asked, did I take the Big Mama yesterday? I did. Weren't you at the pre-market show? I talked about it. Trap trade. You can look in the playlist. There's descriptions for setups like that. I'm gonna revamp all those videos soon. And just when I first started, those videos are the first videos I ever created, and now I'm here streaming live trading, and it's just a crazy journey that I have never, honestly, like, if I were to say, God is the one who brought me here, because I did not plan these steps. I kind of just went with the flow and kind of went with what I felt like was needed and what I felt like what I would have loved if I began trading some available resources, but there were none. There's no one live streaming two leggies and live price action trading. No one was doing it, and so I was like, all right, I'll just do it. And now we're here, so goodness. But those first videos I created with Zoom, I didn't even know anything. I didn't even know what OBS was, And I created with Zoom. I was like, oh, it can record. It's actually really terrible quality. And it's almost embarrassing that those are my most popular videos that I have. It's so embarrassing. It's so bad. I'm gonna revamp them. I gotta revamp them. Let's make it clean. Make it look nice. Make it look, you know, interesting. Okay, the 240 is getting tested many times here, 3 times. And the 5-minute is about to create a trap trade. It's a second entry long. A, B, C, A. Trap trade here. But basically a trap trade, you have to know what a second entry long is or second entry short. You know what second entries are before you learn about trap trades. You're not going to know something failing unless you know first what it is that is failing. So once you learn about the second entry, then you quickly learn what a failed second entry is, which is basically when a second entry doesn't work out and it reverses on you. So those are trap trades. And Big Mama was yesterday. I hope you guys paid attention. Yesterday on stream, I mentioned if we break the previous day's high, that was a Big Mama trade. And I was going to go in with like double position. And yeah, so I ended up taking that trade off stream. Beneath the 20 EMA, but as a 20 EMA 240 SMA converge, we're gonna start to see some chop here, I believe. 5-minute, the trap does trigger, maybe coming back down to the 20 EMA here on the 5-minute. Just darn, wow, this price action is looking pretty terrible. It is a downtrend, what can I say? And this is a setup to go down. I'm just, not only is it a downtrend, but it's also a channel going down. So, it's very confusing. It just looks really ugly. It's kind of hard to even chart here because of how ugly this is. I use these 3 pushes down here as my bottom of my channel. H4 setup. Market's just grinding down. Look at this. It's just grinding down right now. The problem with things like this is like, when you're in a trading range or even like a channel that's going down, like this is basically a slanted trading range, you know? That's what channels are, slanted trading ranges. But the reason why it's difficult is because you should be entering short above the 20 MA and long beneath the 20 MA, and that's just very unnatural for me. Very unnatural for me to do. Right? Because you'd be on top of a trading range, you should be going short, but you're above the 20 MA. So you're going short, going opposite side of the 20 MA. It's just very foreign to me. That does not come natural. I usually like to take trades on the right side of the 20 MA. So if I'm going long, I like to be above it. So anytime I'm above the 20 MA, I never really look for shorts. But you know, doesn't mean that there's no viable setup there. It just means that I'm just not used to it. Toronto's having time. I'm not gonna lie, this week has been tough. The only day that I felt like was an okay day trading was yesterday, and that's only a part of it. Basically, after the FOMC was the only time I felt like it was, you know, okay trading. But before then, those hours of non-trading and basically, you know, so this entire week, there's only been really 2 hours of trading that I really liked. And even this does not look pretty. So Jaden Saints became a panda, and I really do appreciate it. It's a $4.99 a month, and people were becoming pandas before any perks, which is amazing. You know, that's why I really love this community, because of the support that I get from you guys. But you know, the thing is, like, it's about the price of 1 cup of coffee. And I say that if you want to become a panda, I mean, you get your own perks, but really you're supporting me, and you know, the support basically it's like as if you're giving a buying a cup of coffee for a friend, you know, once a month. And Jaden Saint's kind enough to do that for me, and I do appreciate that. So. Not only Jaden Saints, but all the green names here are people who just support me, just support what's happening here, and support the fact that I do this absolutely for free. And you know, they just appreciate it, and they put money where their mouth is, I guess, in a sense. So I really do appreciate it. I'm not saying that I'm not trying to guilt anyone to become pandas, but just saying that wow, I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. So thanks. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are not in the financial situation to, give $5 to a panda on YouTube. I get that. You know, I get it. So, no judgment. No judgment. Just say I really do appreciate it. Well, I don't know how else to say it. But I don't want you to feel bad if you're not. But for those who do, just know that, yeah, I really do. It really does help me. Press on this incredible, difficult journey called trading, where, 90% of people who attempt this fail, and even those who do well, who knows how well they even do. So, got the whole gamut. Turtle saying, if it wasn't for this stream, I would probably beat myself up too bad over the past year failing. I think what Turtle is saying is that he's seen me lose so many times, he feels okay when he does bad. I think that's what he's trying to say. Oh, man. Yeah, scalp that like. Hey, if you're not a panda, but if you like what you see, you're like, I can't. I want to support him, but I can't financially. Scalp that like button. The hell's me? We got a trap trade here. Do I like it? Not really. We're just too choppy. We're just going too much up and down, and it's not a necessary trade I like. We are coming from the bottom here. We may come back to the top of this channel down, but darn. Risk is quite large. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of risk. Technically 4.5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 points of risk there. It is a trap trade, but the market cycle is too confusing for me. I mean, it could be break a trend to new low. Could look for reversal here, quite possibly. It's just I don't know. It's tough. It's tough for me. This market cycle is confusing. Right, we are in a downtrend, and we barely have enough room to really scalp out, even if I went long here at these resistance, which is the previous day's high, also the top of this channel. The 20-minute is curling upwards at this point. It's a reasonable trade to take, but for me, I already have my bamboo, so I don't know if I really want to just risk this trade. For what? For what? For this little scalp here up to this. Yeah, it does scalp you out though. It does get back to the top. Oh, now we're pushing strong. All right, now you want to push. Now you want to go up. All right. It is a trap trade. It's a reasonable trade in my opinion as well. Reasonable trade, but for me, like, I'm trying to protect my bamboo right now since I'm already up 300. Sorry, pandas, I'm eating, and I don't want to slobber into the mic. Did I hear someone cheating on me? Iron Cruz. I'm so sorry, Panda, for being a trader. I've been watching Patrick Whelan and tried to do his way of trading and was watching his stream for 2 days and not yours. This is my home. I'm back. Welcome home, son. It's like the prodigal son. Welcome back. I embrace you. Honestly, I'm a realist. If you watch other people's streams, you don't have to tell me about that. I don't care. Watch whatever you want to watch. I know. It's a free country. I will say, you know, the best thing about competition makes everyone better. But Patrick Whelan, I mean, he has like how many subscribers? How many subs? How many subs does he have? We are like making our way back up to this area. What a push up. Trading range indicator. Why did I ever doubt you? Of course I should have taken this trap at the bottom of the trading range indicator with a break of trend to new low. Beautiful setup to it. And the risk was 4.5 points, which made it unfortunately too large. And it was just a bit confusing to me, honestly. Like, we basically had lower highs, lower lows this entire time. And so when is it? When is it going to actually reverse? This is the one that actually reversed. Ended up being a nice trade above the 20 EMA. And nice push up here. So, unfortunately, yours truly did not get a piece of that. James Crow. I have asked this before. I feel like an idiot, but cannot figure out how to become a panda. By the way, for those who want to become pandas, you get access to a pre-market show where you can see all my account balances. Literally, like I just show you everything. You can see all my account balances. You can see how much money I actually make with Apex and my off-stream trades. And I answer questions more personally with you guys. You know, if I have certain setups I really like I'll tell you guys. And yeah, such as going in more depth on what Big Mama trades are. You know, like I will do that for my pandas. Big Mama trades are trades that I kind of made up, but for 3 years of trading, I realized there's certain patterns, there's a certain setup that's very nice, and I like to trade it a lot. Darn. I'm wanting that second entry long here. But becoming a panda, you may not have access to it if maybe the buttons are not there if you're on your iPad or something, or if you're on another device. I mean, it should be available on your phone and on your computer. Also, I believe, if anything, look on YouTube and search, you know, why can I not join, whatever. I think sometimes YouTube might make it so it disables the button for you because your account might be messed up or something. So I would double check with just YouTube, um, and see if they can take care of that for you. So you don't have to feel like an idiot because if it's not like that easy to find, then there's probably something wrong. It's probably something wrong. James, could you sign up on your website or YouTube? It's YouTube. It's all YouTube. What are we looking for here, pandas? I mean, I have this blue line I'm still waiting to touch. And we had this super strong push up to it. We are also hitting our heads here. So this could be one of those days where we actually do reverse off of these kind of double tops. But as we're clearly above the 20 MA here, this may lead to a nice push up here. But we are at resistance level, so it's a little difficult to go long right in this area, to be honest. So this is resistance. Josh H asks, is there a reason why I prefer the 2000 tick over the 5 minute? I like the 5 minute. I trade 3 time frames: the 2000 tick, the 10,000 tick, and the 5 minute chart. These are all setups. These are all charts I do trade. 2000 tick obviously gives you the most opportunity because it's a smaller time frame, so there's way more candles, and whatever time frame you use, just make sure whatever the candles on average are big enough to scalp out. And that's the only requirement really when it comes to scalping, is that whatever your target is. For me, if you're scalping, if you're swing trading, obviously it can be bigger, but if you're scalping, you kind of want every candle to be as big enough to at least scalp out in one candle on average. And so the 2000 tick kind of fits that. And I use the 2000 tick because that was popularized by a person called Mac from Price Action Trading System, and he used the 2000 tick. So a lot of the people who trade this system use the 2000 tick, and so that's another reason why I trade 2000 tick. But the 5 minute Albrooks uses, so if the best in the world use it, then I use it. How long did it take me to become consistent? Consistent, past performance does not reflect future performance. So where I feel maybe the confidence, I guess, to trade to be more consistent or profitable, I would say it hit the 2.5 year mark. The 2.5 year mark was where I felt like, okay, I have gone over some sort of hump, and I didn't even realize it, but my accounts were lasting longer. I was starting to withdraw tons of money from them, and it was in a place where I felt like I was starting to get over some sort of learning curve hump. Now, can you regress? Of course. It really depends, because so much of trading is dependent on your on so many factors, including like something as simple as your temperament. You could have a bad day, or just emotionally, and that could put you on tilt very easily, since we're humans. So some days you just may not trade. And I would say this is my 3rd year in, and hopefully from here on out things would get better. But who knows, maybe I might regress and trade poorly. Maybe the market conditions are more tough or even tougher this year than last year, and making it even really hard to, difficult to trade. I don't know, it could be a lot of factors. Who knows? So, but this is my third year. Turtles, what about the 2,500 tickle chart? I don't know. That's something you do with your kids. You can tickle them all you want. I used to trade like there's a fib number around the 2,000 point or 2,000. Oh, it would reach this target without any setups. Pandas, give me a setup. Give me a setup. Darn. Yeah, I knew I was gonna try to reach this. I just wanted a setup. It gave me nothing. It gave me absolutely doo-doo trash, garbage. What is this? I felt like this was gonna happen. I just wanted a setup to join in. Darn. It's gonna hit the goal. It's gonna hit the price target without me. But no setups, pandas. No setups. Gotta skip it. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It finally breaks the previous pivot high, confirming this breaker trend to new high. And as you all know, once that happens, we start to look for short trades. We start to look for reversals. But it's pushing so strongly up now. Who knows? Who knows when that will happen? I mean, yeah, we're breaking above very strongly now, unfortunately. Could be a big mama trade. 10,000 tick chart. Strong bull bar ending on its high, most likely fall through. 5-minute chart still forming here. I'll be right back. Darn. Really wanted to set up to get to this price point. And it finally happens, and all the way up, no second entry longs, as you can see. And it all came off this trap that I skipped. This could have been a runner. Like, we could have been sitting comfortably with a nice runner here. All good. And we're just rocketing up here. I have no. Do I even want to? Do I want a second entry long at this point? Do I? Do you? Let me put a poll up for you guys. It's a little more interactive. If it forms, I'll put a poll up to see if you guys would take it. If we get a second entry long in this area, would you take it?
10,000 tick trap.
Second entry long. Will we get it here, pandas? And would you take it if we get it? This will trigger a trap on the 10,000 tick chart here. If we do break this if this high, if we break it, it's outside bar reversal, so I'm not taking it on a 10,000 tick, and it's really far away from 20 MA. So I'm skipping down to 10,000 tick, and unfortunately we don't get our second entry long. What can you do? You can only take what the market gives you, and this entire way up we've had no entries, no setups for us, unfortunately. You know, that's what I hate. That's kind of what I feel like. Sometimes I wish I was just kind of like you know, maybe like an intuitive trader, where I'm like, I feel like it's really gonna go up. You can just really buy anywhere here, put your stop loss down here, take the hit, or find yourself swing trading here. You know, it's such an obvious target, but I've gotten burned before though. Even, you know, just being married to a premise. So, you know, I guess at the end it might just even out these feelings I have. They'll all probably even out. You always kind of remember when it works out, but you don't remember when it doesn't. You're like, oh yeah, of course, like I knew that was gonna. But there are times where I'm like, oh, I think it's gonna do this, and it doesn't actually do it. I'm like, and you know, you don't really think much about that. But those are just maybe even more important to remember. Unfortunately, no setups for us in this uptrend. Just watching it go without us. It's like watching the Titanic leave. Actually, that's a bad a bad analogy, because you're kind of glad you missed the boat on the Titanic. Did we miss the boat on Bitcoin, guys? How many of you guys have Bitcoin? I still don't have any Bitcoin. I believe man, Bitcoin is on the tear though. I do believe as long as they keep raising interest rates, I don't believe in Bitcoin or Ethereum. I don't believe any of these kind of speculative kind of commodities here. Not saying that I don't think it'll go up. I just want to wait till it's very clear that that the Fed will stop raising interest rates. If you guys know, you know, the thing is, like, you feel like you might miss the train on Bitcoin, but honestly, who cares? Because when you got Apex, like, Bitcoin could... I care less about Bitcoin. With Apex, I feel like it's just way more... The opportunity and the, you know, and how lucrative it is, it's just... It's insane. Life-changing type stuff here. Tanner says, blew an eval, came back in with a new one, took that trap, this trap here, for 25-point run, and I'm close to passing this one. Oh, the emotions, Tanner. Hey, congratulations, man. Killing it. Killing it. Jeez. Jeez, jeez. I know the feels. No setups for us, unfortunately. This setup here, I was thinking about it. I kept saying it's a very reasonable trade to take. To me, the risk was just a bit too large for me. 3 overlapping bars. It's a 4.5 point risk. And to me, it just felt like there's barely enough room to the top of this downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend. And at what point is the breaker trend to new lows? When is that? When the at what point is that the end? So, to me, it was hard to take because we had so many pushes down. I just didn't know, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I missed it. I missed the trade. Darn. Rosa says, used to mine Ethereum till my family zapped my miner? What did they do? They shoot it with their laser gun? Instantly, I won't get. Ouch. I think I would like an entry in Bitcoin, but I, again, would like to wait for the Fed to pivot. The Fed is very clear on their trajectory. They're going to continue to raise interest rates, probably at least up to 5%. And yeah, and in my mind, they probably hold it there for a while until they see what happens to the market. In 1970s, if you guys don't know, the Fed, they were very aggressive in their interest rate hikes. They like raised it above inflation, and that did make that did cause some what's it called? I don't know if the word's deflation, but it lowered the inflation, and I guess it's technically not deflation until it's negative, but it lowered the inflation, and they said great, and so they lowered their interest rates, and that in doing that actually made the inflation go even higher than it once was before. So I think the Fed now knows that from the 1970s, they have to keep their foot on the pedal. They can't loosen up until they can clearly see inflation has some sort of trajectory, or the inflation reached their goal of 2% or whatever their goal is. So until that happens, like I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, you know, I don't really want to buy any speculative, things such as Bitcoin, knowing that once the Fed does pivot, that is a time to maybe just go, go, go. But that might be a while from now. I don't know. We do have a trap trade here. Could be decent. It is following our channel here, but at this point, I'm just kind of like, I feel like I already missed it. It's really late in trend, and yeah, it's a dangerous trap to take. You do have support at this trend line, but you're also far away from 20 MA, so. It's a risky trade to take, in my opinion, but could work out if the trend is very strong. The trend does look pretty strong, but I'm gonna sit on my pause, wait for a proper pullback here. I made my doctor friend 50K. Told him about Bitcoin at 18K. He bought a bunch, and it went to like 60. The last one. Whew. He bought a bunch of Bitcoin at 18K. That's pretty. I mean, does he even need Bitcoin if he can buy a bunch at 18K? He's buying a bunch of cars. Basically, 18K is like a car. I just bought a couple Toyotas. Toronto says, I don't have the money to reset my account, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just sit on your paws. Sim trade. He paid a car for his family in cash out in the Philippines. Oof. I heard Teslas are getting cheaper now. I was actually interested in buying a Tesla. I think my next car, I would like it to drive. I'm tired of this driving nonsense. I want it to drive me. So I was thinking about buying a Tesla. I mean, I heard it was cheaper, but I don't really track the prices of Tesla. So when I looked at the price, I'm like, oh, they're kind of still expensive. Dang, Kyle Lubbers had a couple friends who retired under 40. MMXXXM says one of the most confusing things ever. Turtles that really says it does suck. This is a perfect example of why pretending Apex is easy free money to just get accounts is better than BTC is way too dangerous to keep saying. I don't agree with that at all. Never agree with that. That is the weirdest thing ever. I mean, that first part I can understand, maybe, yeah. Like, you got to control yourself. You know, if thing with Apex, you control how much money you put into it. You don't lose any of your own personal capital. But with Bitcoin, if you put in like 18K in Bitcoin, let me tell you a story, guys. Let me tell you a little bit about my journey and why I like Apex so much. And someone like MMXXXM obviously does not have experience with trading here. Let me just say this. When I first started, prop firms were not a thing. You know, and prop firms are relatively, I mean, they were around, but they're very popular now. But back then, they were kind of sus. Not that many people knew about. Not much information was out about them. Not that many people were promoting them. But so when I first started, I didn't really hear about prop firms. My first account, I started trading micros. I had a $2,000 account. I traded micros. I blew that account. Guess what, pandas? That means I lost $2,000. Pandas, do you know how much a 50K Apex account costs with a $2,500 trailing threshold? Which is more money than my initial capital when I first started. 80% off, it costs $30 some. $30. Now, would you rather lose $30 or would you rather lose $2,000? Tell me, please. Which one would you rather lose? See, someone like MMXXXM has not traded yet. You trade your own personal capital, you risk it all. You risk it all. If you trade with Apex, you lose $30 with the same opportunity of starting with, let's say, $2,500. And I will say this right now, you will blow your first account. Like 99.9999% chance you will blow your first account. If you are in your first account with Apex and you're still on your first account and you're making money off of it, congrats. You're one of the special ones. But someone like MMXXM, you know, is talking absolute nonsense. In fact, the reason why that makes me so angry is because he thinks he's trying to spread something true. He's saying this in a way where he's trying to scare you guys, but actually he is completely wrong. Completely wrong. You risk your own capital. With Bitcoin, you can lose it all. Put $10,000 in Bitcoin. Tell me if that's more dangerous than paying $30 for Apex 50K account. Tell me which is more risky. And you have the opportunity to turn your 50K account to a 100K account. Like, you actually have the opportunity and you're paying $30 for that. Tell me what is more risky. You know, so that kind of comment actually almost makes me angry. Because he does not understand, right? He does not understand. He did not go through the pain, right? Like, I started I blew a $10,000 account before trading eminis, right? I had $10,000. Guess what? I lost $10,000. Tell me what's better, losing $10,000 or losing $30 paying for a prop firm account? Tell me, pandas, please. The reason why I push out Apex and I say if I started and I knew about Apex, why I would actually begin with Apex is not because I'm just trying to shill something. No, it's actually because I personally had lost so much of my own personal capital. If I just knew about Apex, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have lost all that money. I've lost thousands of dollars trading my own money, my own personal capital. If I had Apex, I would have reduced that loss by thousands of dollars. So I don't, someone talking like that actually makes me kind of angry. It's because it's so wrong, but he's trying to say it like he's right. It's embarrassing. Sorry, pandas. Maybe I'm a little angry. Maybe I need to calm down. Calm down. Calm down a little bit. Andre B says, my first trade I made $1,200. Worst thing that ever happened to me. Actually, that's true. I could see why that could actually hurt you. Ultimately. Panda rage. It reminds me of those commercials, those like yogurt commercials. The panda like just going into an office and just like knocking computers over and stuff. August gap, not today. Sometime soon. Maybe not sometime soon. Might have a pullback before hitting it, but it's a reasonable target to hit. This blue line here is a gap last year, August. 6-month gap. Right, you can see on the daily chart, there's an actual gap here that never got filled. It's when it's crashed from there. We may come back up to it to fill that gap. Yeah, man, this is crazy. This is really wild. Let's say this. And now we're just grinding up. It's a second entry long. Just grinding up here. I don't find any trade here comfortable right now. And this is why I like Apex. Even with the 50% off, it's a great deal. But, I mean, obviously when you get something like the 80% off, which I honestly, Pandas, if I knew about a promo, like, I might give you hints about it, but really, I don't know I don't know if there's any 80% off. I hope you guys are aware of this, though. If you guys have PA accounts, if you blow your PA account, read the email that when they send you after you blow a PA account, they will give you an 80% off code in that email. So just be aware of that. If you guys don't know already, right? You're like, darn, like I wish I had another, discount for eval. They give you an 80% off code every time you fail a PA account. So, and it might be nice in times like this where it might be really dry for promos, right? No holidays, no real big holidays, federal holidays, maybe President's Day, maybe. Fuck, I want to ask, what data series do I use? I'm not sure what you're asking. emini? On the March 23 contract. I don't know if that's what you're asking. Valentine's Day, I don't think they're gonna have a promo. They already kind of announced that on Valentine's Day the promo is a 50% off, which is what you can get here any single day. You don't have to wait for Valentine's Day for that. Yeah, Meta is killing it. After the debacle where everyone just smashing the metaverse and how much billions of dollars they're pouring into it, Meta is making quite a comeback. Amazing. Wow, just amazing. Whoa. You know what's really crazy is that even though that they keep raising interest rates, gold keeps going up. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, gold is, I don't know, man. This is weird. Weird. 24% on Meta. what's happening here, pandas. Truly. I can't trade this. It's really hard to go long in this, especially I'm already up green. So late in trend. You know, it's just like grinding up too. Somewhere in the Rockies, Panda, I'm interested in your indicator. You can go to the website. There's a lot of tutorials on the website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Also a free trial if you want to test it out. It's just a two-legged pullback indicator. Just tell you where all the second entries are, such as this dark green number is the second entry long. It just tells you A, B, C. If you guys don't know how to count it, I'll do it slowly. First pullback. This is what we call the first entry, right? It's the entry after the first pullback. Second pullback, second entry. Two-legged pullback. All right, pandas. I think that's it for me today. Yeah. I hope you guys are killing it. You know, we already made our bamboo early on. Let's just celebrate with a little bamboo here. Hope you guys are doing great. And yeah. I would love to see you guys in the pre-market show if you guys want. You know, we have at the pre-market show, I'll go over all my count balances if you want to follow my journey a little more closely. And also, I'll answer questions a little more thoroughly, in a sense, I guess. You know, it's a lot less people and people I trust. So, but pandas, with that being said, trade safe, everybody. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. And I hope to see you guys there. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.